Hello, this is Inspirational A. If you watch my channel now, you know I am. And hello to any new followers. Remember to follow me on Twitter and Cornwall. The more followers, the better. Thank you. Remember to check all my other videos out. Now this is going to be episode 3 of What to Watch, but I'm going to split it into 2 episodes, 2 parts, because there's a lot to cover in this one. There's a lot of things I've watched, a lot of things I've played. Some of it old, some of it new, and some of the subjects I'll be covering I will speak quite well on. But hopefully you like it, hopefully you agree with me, and remember to send your comments, likes in, subscribe, share channel, follow me on Twitter. And it's being done a week earlier than I planned, but that's mainly because I'm bored and let's just say I've been having some problems lately. I won't go into detail, but I needed a bit of a distraction, and I love to do stuff for YouTube and my fans out there if they've got any. So yeah, let's start off then with TED Trailer. Obviously you've seen TED 1, then you know what it's about. If not, then it's basically about bear that swears, drinks, whatever. And to be honest, I can't wait to see number 2. It looks funny as hell. Number 1 I thought was really funny. Me and my mates already planned to sit in the cinema. But yeah, it looks really good. I can't wait to see that. Equalizer, if you get a chance to watch that, check that out. That's a very, I think it's got Denzel Washington in, maybe. Can't remember the main actor, but he's a famous actor. And it's a very good film. You know, it's a bit obvious some parts because there's a big guy in there, and it's obvious that he goes back to save his friend. I wish they could have done number 2. I highly doubt they will, because number 1 they've kind of ended it like Jimmy. They've kind of ended it. Sorry, that's the parrot going nuts. Finished, Jimmy? Yeah. Yeah, they kind of ended number 1, so it doesn't look like there's going to be a number 2. But then he did send that letter at the end. Oh yeah, spoilers alert. You should still watch this if you want spoilers. He did send the letter off, so it did look like maybe it could be a number 2, but nevertheless, good film, lots of action, a bit obvious some parts, but then again, when our film's not. Another film that's been out for quite a while, but if you haven't had a chance yet, check it out, 22 Jump Street, very funny film. Again, it's similar to number 1, it refers to number 1, and it refers to number 3, so there could be a number 3. It's a very popular film, very popular franchise. So they could do it, and you know, very funny as hell, in my opinion. Woman in Black, another old film. Now, the only reason I watched this one is because a lot of people said it's scary. A lot of people have said it's not scary. But I've watched a lot of horror films recently, and because I've got into them, and just horror films these days aren't horror films. To me, it wasn't scary. For someone who has only just watched horror films or started like horror films, then it probably would be scary to them. But to me, it's not that scary because I've watched so many horror films, it's obvious what's going to happen. The only horror films I like, and it's mainly because the story, is Sinister, Mama, and Evil Dead. Evil Dead's mainly because of the violence in it, and it's just an awesome film. And Mama and Sinister because the storyline is different. Apart from that, they're not scary. Horror films are just not scary nowadays. This next one I might have covered in the last video I'd done, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but Fantastic Four trailer, like I said, I think I covered it in the last one, but like I said, if I have, then sorry, I'm repeating myself, but it's good. It's done enough to get me interested, but not enough to go and see it in the cinema. I've never been a massive Fantastic Four fan though. The interview, I think everyone would know what that film is because it caused a lot of controversy because of obviously they put the Korean director in there and took the piss out of him. I honestly thought it was a very funny film. And it's a shame it couldn't be. It was only in limited cinemas or something like that. But it's a very funny film. You get a chance to check that out. Check it out because it is funny as hell. It's a good storyline. Could have done better with storyline, but it is funny and it has got 2 good actors in. I'm a big fan of the 2 actors, the main actors in it, so that's why I liked it. It's a good film. This one's only just come out in cinemas really. Fisherman's Service looks a good film. Doesn't look like your typical spy film, but it looks like a good film. So again, that's the film me and my mates plan to see. That's very good. This big one, big news. If you're a Marvel fan, then you would have definitely known about this. But Spider-Man has officially joined the Marvel universe, and is going to be in Civil War. Now I haven't read much about that storyline, Civil War, but I have played Ultimate Alliance 2, which the main storyline for that game is the Civil War storyline. I have watched videos on the Civil War and stuff like that, so I reckon it's a good move because, you know, Spider-Man's a main part of that storyline anyway, because of the whole mask thing and whatever. And I think it'd give a new, fresh look on the Spider-Man franchise, because, don't get me wrong, I liked Spider-Man 1. I thought it's a decent film. Spider-Man 2, again, decent. I wasn't really into it because the main villain they showed was Rhino, and he wasn't really portrayed that well in the film. He wasn't even in the film until the end, so I think they've done bad on that marketing bit. Obviously, the main actress died, which to many fans is going to be a disappointment. To me, it's not. But Emma Stone, who plays her, you know, she's done an amazing job there. But it's a shame the main actress is gone, but that's what happened in the comic book. She broke her back or neck, whatever it was, and so they just followed that. So at least they've stuck to what they said with that. Again, another franchise I am addicted to. I love it. Love this franchise. Watched so much of them. All of them. Got all on DVD. It's the Fantastic 7 trailer. I think Fast and Furious 7, should I say, or whatever it's called. I think I might have mentioned this on the last video, but it's a shame, you know, that Paul Walker's not in it, because he's an amazing actor. Rest in peace, Paul Walker. But hopefully, like I said in the last one, they're doing honours by doing a great film with this. Now onto a bit of DLC I've been playing lately. WWE downloadable content. If anyone knows me, if you know me that well, then you know I'm big into my DLC stuff and wrestling. Now the Hall of Fame downloadable content and one more match, I didn't really think that was good downloadable content. I reckon they could choose better subjects, brought more characters into it, because they brought the same kind of characters out, like Randy, Shameless. There was like 3 different versions of them, Daniel Bryan. You know, it's too many of the same people. Like with the Hall of Fame, the only new one you're going to be able to play as, apart from the Randy one again and Daniel Bryan, is the Great Khali. So I reckon they could have done better on those. The moves pack, I reckon they've done an excellent job on, because a lot of those moves come from NXT, which if you watch my last one, then you'll think, you know, I think NXT is better than Raw half the time, especially with the latest takeover, the latest pay-per-view, which I'll talk about in the next video. But yeah, decent job on downloadable content. They could have done better. I'm waiting for the NXT pack really, but they could have done better on that. So yeah, better on that. Who's that? Sorry, my Facebook just went. Yeah, Watch Dogs downloadable content. This will be the last one I do, and then the rest I'll do in a second video. Haven't really played much of it yet. Gonna probably play it in a bit, and once I've done this video. But from what I have played with it, it looks good. The upgrades look decent. You know, it's a good story-driven, good side activities. It just looks good in general. And I love Watch Dogs anyway. I thought the main game was an excellent game. Maybe failed a little bit to bring us to the next generation, but again, can't expect too much. It's an awesome game, very awesome game, and I love Watch Dogs, and I'm looking forward to playing this downloadable content. It's going to keep me busy. So I hope you like that. Remember to send your like, comments, subscribe, share, watch all my old videos. Next video after this will be part 2 of this. Hopefully tomorrow I might upload my life episode 3, which is going to be about how I get ready to go out of town, so I'll be going to town in 3 weeks time, hopefully. Remember to follow me on Twitter, Cornwall. Send in any questions you want so I can start doing Q&As, because I really like to do that. And once I get 500 views, I will be doing and this may not seem a big deal to you, but to me it is. When I get to 500 views, I will be doing a Scotch bonnet chilli. And if anyone, all my close mates know, I hate hot food. I can't stand hot food. It just doesn't agree with me. So that will be quite a funny video to watch. So, and I know 500 views is not money, but to me it's a lot, because when I started doing this, it's just for passion, and I didn't think I'd get anywhere near 500 views. So thank you for support. And yeah, that's what your support will get you. Me looking like an idiot taking a hot chilli. Or Scotch bonnet to be precise. Remember to tune in for part 2, which I'll be talking about Keith Lemon's show, TNA, Battlefield, Batman, some other stuff. Hope you like this video. Remember to share, like, comment, subscribe, and check me out on Twitter and Cornwall.